Hey, today I am going to be showing you how to set up a multi-company in ERPNext. Let me reduce this volume just a little bit, and I don't have the copyright for that music, by the way. So in this one I will be teaching you three things. We are going to be seeing whether I'm going to split this into three different videos or I'm going to cover this in one, but definitely I don't want it to be long. So I'm going to be showing you how to set up a company or multiple companies. I'm going to be showing you how to do multi-company setup, that is after you have set up your companies. And then I'm going to be showing you how you can restrict user access. That is to say, when the user is logged in, you want that user to go to a specific company, or in other words, to only access what belongs to some company. So this is very important. All right, so after that, that's it. If you can see more about my content on my blog, if you need help with your projects, you can reach me out, of course. And also, if you want to learn more, you can you can suggest topics which you like to learn, and I'm going to make videos for that. My blog is codewithkarani.com. And without wasting more time, let's jump right into code here. So this instance I have installed just some few minutes ago, just for the purpose of training. All right, so I'm going to be taking some business training. I've been doing a lot of development training in the last couple of months. I'll be doing topics that are complex on the front end, or topics that you request. So I've installed this instance to take care of that. All right, so companies, how do you go to companies? Very fast here, just type here company on your awesome search. Here you're going to see a list of companies that you have. Right, so this is the list of companies that you have. I only have one company called Seed Innovations, and this company is the company that is created when you are installing your instance. So I did not come here and create a company, but rather when you're installing your instance, the wizard requires that you create at least one company, and that is what I have here. So how do we add another company? And by the way, I want to add a company called Code with Karani. So I want that company to be a child of this. So first of all, I can go ahead here and click on add a company. So how you add companies is just go into companies, then click add company, and then here you are supposed to provide the company name, which I'm going to call Code with Karani here. And it's going to auto generate the abbreviation for you. You can change that. This is group is you're going to check this when this company has other child companies. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, like here, let me just do a new slide here so that I can show you this. You can have sister companies. This means companies that are on the same level. You can have parent-child companies. Parent-child companies, right? And then you can also have a combination of both. So sister companies are those companies that are on the same level. You can add those by just clicking here add companies without any group company. Just you add all the companies. Like now I can just go ahead and add this, and I say my currency is Kenya shillings, and I think that's the most basic information. You can also go ahead and add this other information. Now down here you're going to see that there is account settings, and you can go ahead and create different accounts for this. If you leave this blank, what it is going to do, it is going to get to generate this depending on the company that you already set up. All right, so if I go ahead and save this, it's going to save this as a sister company of this, so they are going to be on the same level. But that is not what I want here. I want to do the second setting, which is the parent-child company. All right, So I want this to be my mother company, and then I want under this to have other companies. So open this company first and make it a group company. All right, see here, just check its group and then save it. All right, this one has been saved successfully. If I go back to the list of companies now, I'll realize that when I am adding my other company in the parent, there is Said Innovations. So Said Innovations is the mother company to that. If I did not have Said Innovations here, if I remove that for instance and uncheck this, save it, all right, and then I come here and I'm adding a company, parent company is not going to have anything. You see, there is no company here because Said Innovations is not a group company, so it cannot be apparent to any. All right, I hope that's clear. So considering the approach you want to take here, I'm going to make that into a group. Then I'll go back here and I'll create a new company. This is code with Karani, and this is going to be a capital W, and the parent company here is this. All right, this is not group, and then I'm going to have here default currency as Kenya shillings, and that's it. Save it. So now notice what will happen to our account section here. It's saving. I don't know why my computer is slowing down. Yeah, but it did save, so we can move on. That music is playing from YouTube. Where are we? Yeah, here we are. So look at the accounting section. I had set up NCBA as my default company bank account, and this has just taken that and created all the other accounts. You see that? Those have been created from there. All right, our company is ready. So we have two companies here now. We have Code with Karani. It has a parent with Said Innovations, and then we have Said Innovations, which is our parent company. So we have two companies here ideally. Now, so item number 1, setting up companies, done. Multi-company setup is also done. It is simply what I just demoed to you. And what is that? Just go to companies here. If you want to add another company, add the company name, abbreviation will come by default, and then select whether it is a parent company. You notice this one has one parent because Code with Karani cannot be a group. All right. And by the way, you can also select here the domain. If maybe you are setting up a company that is manufacturing, or maybe this one is a school you are setting up, you can put in education or whatever else you have here. You can set actually different domains for the companies that you are setting up. We are done. The one thing that I want to be very keen with is restricting user access, because this is critical. You do not want to have companies here. This is a mother company. Now assume you have an employee working in this company that is Code with Karani. You do not want this employee to see information that is happening, or what is happening in Said Innovations, which is the mother company. You want that employee to concentrate with what happens in Code with Karani. So let's go quickly and create, for instance, a sales invoice. Let's just go ahead and create a sales invoice here. All right. This by default comes with the default company as a filter, so you can leave it there or you can remove it. Whether you remove or not, for now it's not going to change because we do not have any data. So create a sales invoice. Notice that this invoice belongs to Said Innovations. I don't know where it went. Well, we are going to come to that later. Customer, we don't have any customers yet, so we can go ahead and create just a test customer. So we can call this what do we call this? Let's just call it Safaricom. Let's say this is commercial territory, Kenya. It's no a big deal here. Save. We just want to have something to test here. That is the delivery date. Parent, this is the parent. I mean patient. If there is a patient, you can add it there. Right now we are not interested in that. So save this. We have, oh sorry, we have to provide the items that we are selling in a sales invoice. So where is that? Here, items here. Add one of them. Unfortunately, we don't have any items, so we also have to create an item. This item code we can just do ITM and 0001, something like that. Item name is what do we call this? Is POS. Item group, we can say this is a product. Yeah, save that. We don't want a lot of complications. And quantity 1, and we are selling it at 2000, so that will be 2k. Save it. Now we have a sales invoice. All right, now if we go to the list of sales invoices, we are going to see one sales invoice here. How about when we filter this? Now I don't want this to have a code with Karani, doesn't have any, said has one. If I remove the filter, still one. All right, so you notice that code with Karani does not have any sales invoices. Now can we go ahead and create a user and assign them, allow them only to access code with Karani stuff? So I want to duplicate this so that I can leave this on this page. It's coming up. Go down to users, create a user, and the email of this user is codewithkarani@gmail.com, for instance, and this one is code with, and this one Karani. All right, don't send that. Save. Now I have a user here, code with Karani, but unfortunately it's a website user, so I have to change that into not a website user, but I have to make this guy a system user. I will select all these roles so that this user actually is like an admin, is like admin user. They can access everything in that in the whole system. Save. Don't worry about that, it's because of HR. So now if I log in as, I want to open a different browser. If I log in as code with Karani, and by the way I need to set up a password to allow them to log in, so let me save that. Don't update. And now I want to open a very different browser. It's coming up. My computer is really slowing down today. This is strange. I've not seen this in many days. Close this. What? Well, quit fast. No, don't load my emails. Come on. Yeah, let me sort this from this other screen, and then I come back when it is done. Yes, I've closed the emails. So let me go quickly to this. I don't know in which IP it is running. Yep, this is it. So login. I want to log in here as code with Karani, and the password is, I hope that is it. Yes, successful. So this user currently is going to see everything because we have given them access and sales invoice, for instance. Let's see what happens. You see, they can see this is sales invoice for Set Innovations. We don't want that. We want this user to only access sales invoices that are for Code with Karani company. We don't want this. So how do you do that? So let me get that away. So here now I'm logged in as the super admin. All right. Now what you do, go to permissions, user permission list, and you have this one, don't worry about that. Add a new permission. The user is this one, code with Karani, and allow, this one is going to be the document that you want them to allow. So this one is going to be company, and the company that you want this guy to access is code with Karani only, and we can set its default. This default means every time they log in, they are going to be seeing this as the default one, but they can switch to others, right? You can leave it as default or you can uncheck. Save. Now I just saved that. Now I'm going to bring in this the screen where they are logged in, and I'm going to reload, and I'm expecting this invoice to disappear, and there you go, the invoice is not there. So reload this. Let's go to something like even user, they are seeing all the users, yes, because they are super admins and they can do that. Now perfect. How about we create a sales invoice from here? So let's go ahead and create a sales invoice. So you can see the company comes as default as code with Karani. So let's select that the customer is Safaricom, and that is the delivery date, and the items that we want to deliver here is the same item. For instance, we can choose that quantity. Let's in this time deliver 4, and the price is the same, so this multiplies. Save it. Now this sales invoice belongs to which company? This sales invoice belongs to, if you come to companies here, you're going to only see one company, that is code with Karani. So this sales invoice belongs to this company. Now notice that this user does not even see multiple companies here, there's only one. So let me slide this away and go back to sales invoices. Here you see, when I'm logged in as a super admin, I can see all the sales invoices, but I can select company here and say I want to only see this thing that is popping up here is annoying. Let's say I want to only see invoices that are from Said Innovations. That comes up. How about when I want to see only invoices from code with Karani? That comes up, the 8,000 one. How about when I don't care about that? Both come up. So this invoice belongs to code with Karani. This invoice belongs to this Said Innovations. Now can I create another sales invoice here? Create a sales invoice, and let's say this sales invoice is for the same client, Safaricom, and the items that I want to sell are the same. Let's say for instance this one, but this one I want to sell how many? Let's say 2 of them, so this is 4,000. Now how is that going to behave? Let's save it and let's see. This sales invoice has been created for which company? Let's say this is Said Innovations has 2 invoices now. If you go to this company, that invoice is not there. See, the only invoice here is this one. Alright, so select that away. If I remove this and I set code with Karani here, and I set up this, you see that invoice has been set to code with Karani. Customer is going to be this one, and I want this to be, no, not exchange rate. I want items. Let me reload this. I want items to be added. No, I don't want Said. I want this to be code with Karani, the company, for the invoice, and then the customer I want to be this same one to save us from a lot of problems. And then the items, we don't care about items, you can add the same item, and we can add 7 items. This one has bought a lot. Alright, go ahead and save. Now we want to see the item we just added, because you notice that we have added an item for code with Karani here, right? Item for code with Karani, yeah, this one, there are 2, 14,000. So when we slide in the other screen, alright, remember this, the user logged in here is code with Karani. You can see this invoice has been created by the other user. So This user is only seeing invoices that belong to this company. They do not see invoices belonging to the other company. And the super admin logged in can see everything. All right. Now, this is what happens in multi-company. That is how you can restrict users. That is how you can make sure that the things that are happening if in your multi-company setup, if a company is a child and maybe an employee is working in that company, you do not want them to be seeing what is happening in the mother company. Someone who has access to mother company can see what is happening in the whole thing, whether it is a mother, it is a child, they can see everything trickling down. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you next. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have questions, leave them so that I can address them. Cheers.